In this episode of Reel It In, we want to show you Jews on lures in estuaries. They're a pretty special fish and something that people put a lot of hours into, many hours, and have not got one. And especially in Victoria, they're one of the toughest fish to catch on lures. On our recent Malakuta Flathead Challenge, there was 4 Jews caught. And it's pretty special considering most of the time people weren't targeting them. But when people realised that they were in the estuary, they started to look for them. One particular guy, he caught 2 Jews on that weekend on consecutive days. He was using his sounder to find them. He was looking for drop-offs, and he was finding those fish, those big arches on those drop-offs. And once he realised that they were in that area, he was finding a lot on his sounder. So it's very important to use your sounder when chasing Jews. So that's the second fish you're going to see. And it's a pretty special fish, and he had a pretty good weekend. The first fish we want to show you though was another method that we like to use when chasing Jews, and that's looking for bait. You can't stress how important looking for bait is when you're chasing these fish. Troy and myself were fishing that afternoon. We pulled up in one spot and there was bait all over the surface. We could see them flipping around, the odd tailor smashing them up, and it just had that feel that there was going to be a Jew down there, and it wasn't very long before we hooked up. So look for those bait, even under the water. Look in your sounder for those bait balls. Often you'll see those 2 or 3 bigger arches under the bait balls, and more often than not they'll be a Jew. So use your sounder for drop-offs and try and find those fish, and even probably more importantly, bait. Bait is the key. Bait, tailor, wherever there's activity, there's a good chance that there'll be a couple of Jews sitting underneath them. So sit back and enjoy these 2 fish. They're very special fish. We hope you enjoy it.
We just hooked a Jew. There's this bait everywhere, and Scott and I just said there must be Jews underneath it, and I said there probably is. And it is just healing. It's nice Jew, dude. Using the Mad Eye 5-inch paddle prawn, new on the market. Using the ox blood colour, and it looks like the Jew has smashed it. We've had a really good day today. We took the kids out, did some potting with the kids, got them a few flathead. About 5:30 Scott and I were out, and we had a really good session. Scott landed about 4 fish at the 50s, a 61. I got myself one in the 50s, and we thought tonight's the night. It looked very fishy, very calm conditions. It's mild, absolute ripper night. And we're actually fishing John Bull, and we decided just said to Scott we should come and try snap a point before we go in. And as we got here, as we mentioned before, there was bait everywhere. This is going to be a good Jew. I'm tipping it's got to be a metre fish at least. It's got to be a 10 kilo Jew here. We were down here early December in the Flathead comp, the Reel It In Flathead comp, and some Jews were caught. And this has to be right up there with a good sized Jew. I guess the name of the game is to take it easy now. It's well hooked. Enjoy the fight and land the fish. Using my favourite rod, a Nitro Baby Viper. Can handle anything, these rods. Absolute beautiful rods. It's good fish, man. It's a good. It's saying, nah, not yet, boys. You probably can't hear on the camera, but there was just bait flicking everywhere. Oh. Not yet, she's saying.
It's the fish of your life, dude. That's what it is.
It is. It is. It is, dude. As Scott mentioned, it will be the fish of my lifetime. This looks like easily my biggest Jew by a long way. I want to rush it. I want to get it in, but at the same time, just got to play it smart and get it in. Good way to lose a fish is by rushing it. Just enjoy the fight, walk with it, let it do what it wants to do, guide it around. It'll get tired. Even I said to Scott we should come down and snap a point, Scott goes, yeah, it's probably a good chance to get a Jew down there where we're so close to the Narrows. And well, what, 5 minutes of being here, got our Jew. Shivers, man. There it is. Oh, that's a good fish. Look at that, dude. Oh, that's a big Jew. That's early teens, I'd say. Yeah! You day! Oh, that's a good fish. You have no idea the amount of effort and time I put into these things. I've taken out mates that have got them. I've seen them get caught. Scott's been fortunate enough to get a couple himself. I've got a couple of soapies. It's fair to say, as Scott mentioned earlier, it's a fish of a lifetime. This is my time tonight, and this is exciting. This is exciting. As I mentioned before, Mad Eye, 5-inch paddle prawn. You can see inside. See there, Scott? There it is. The new Mad Eye 5-inch paddle prawn. Good size lure, really good lure. Caught a lot of flaties on it today, and well, the Jew couldn't resist either. Well, it's true. Dreams do come true. You little beauty. We're tipping, I don't know, she's got to go close to 11, 12 kilo probably. Maybe, I don't know, we'll put on the brag mat, have a bit of a geezer, get some snaps. Oh, the pain you put me through, my darling. It's come in probably 109.5, close to the 110. So she's going to be pretty close to that 11 kilo mark. So, wow. I think it is beer o'clock, my dudes. Yes.
That's a Jew, mate. Number 2, Dave. You got him yesterday? going, Dave?
Fingers red.
Just fight for that, mate.
Thanks, bro. Oh, that was awesome.
Team Nitro Mega Best.